The door is opening. What was blocked, delayed, rejected, or taken away from you is not necessarily the end of your story, because God is moving things that you could not move by yourself, and something that looked completely closed may be changing right now. You have been asking God why the same door kept shutting in your face, why the opportunity disappeared, why the person walked away, why the money did not come, why the answer took so long, and why you had to keep waiting when you were already tired. But what if the door closing was not the final answer? What if you were looking at a closed door while God was preparing another one? You thought the delay meant no, but sometimes a delay is simply God saying, not yet. And there is something you need to understand before you decide that nothing is going to change. You have only seen one part of the story. You cannot see what God has been arranging behind the scenes. You cannot see the conversations He is preparing, the opportunities He is bringing closer, the protection He has placed around you, or the things He has been removing because they were never meant to follow you into your next season. That is why some things had to end. That is why some people had to leave. That is why certain opportunities disappeared even when you prayed for them. You thought you were losing something, but God may have been making room for something you could not yet recognize. My child, I know you were tired of waiting. I know there were moments when you prayed and then looked around and saw nothing change. You wondered, God, did you hear me? Yes, I heard you. I heard the prayer you whispered when nobody was around. I heard the prayer you could barely finish because you were too exhausted to find the words. I saw the tears that came after you said, I trust you, even though you were still afraid. None of it was wasted. But listen carefully, because this is where your perspective has to change. Stop measuring my work by what you can see today. A door can be closed in front of you, while another door is being prepared behind you. A path can disappear, while another path is being created. You may think you're standing still, but sometimes standing still is preparation for movement. And the next door may not look like the one you originally wanted. It may be smaller. It may be unfamiliar. It may require courage. It may ask you to leave something comfortable behind. But do not reject it simply because it does not look like your original plan. I can answer a prayer differently than you imagined and still answer it perfectly. You have been asking for a breakthrough, but perhaps you have been expecting the breakthrough to arrive with a loud announcement. Sometimes it begins quietly. One message, one conversation, one opportunity, one idea, one person, one decision, one unexpected moment that seems ordinary at first. But later you realize it was the beginning of everything changing. And this is why you must pay attention now. Do not become so focused on the big miracle that you miss the small beginning. The door may not look dramatic when it first opens. It may simply look like an opportunity you almost ignored. So pray for wisdom, not only for blessings. Ask me to help you recognize what is from me. Because when the door opens, fear may tell you to stay where you are. Your past may tell you that you will fail again. Your disappointment may tell you not to trust anything new. But you cannot allow yesterday's rejection to control tomorrow's opportunity. What happened before does not have permission to decide what happens next. You have been rejected before, but that does not mean you are rejected now. You have failed before, but that does not mean you will fail again. You have experienced loss before, but that does not mean your future will be defined by loss. Your story is still being written. And if one door closed, do not spend the rest of your life standing in front of it, asking God to reopen something He may have already told you to leave behind. Sometimes the miracle is not getting the old door back. Sometimes the miracle is discovering why you needed to walk away from it. You may understand later why that relationship ended. You may understand later why that job disappeared. You may understand later why that financial opportunity did not work out. You may understand later why the thing you desperately wanted was taken out of your hands. But right now, I am asking you to trust me without having every explanation. Because faith is not knowing every detail. Faith is taking the next step even when you cannot see the entire road. And there is one more thing you need to hear. Do not let your current circumstances convince you that your future is already decided. You may be looking at an empty bank account, a broken relationship, a disappointing situation, or an opportunity that seems completely impossible. But none of those things are powerful enough to tell me what I can and cannot do. What looks impossible to you is not the limit of my power. I can create a way where you see no way. I can bring provision where there was lack. I can restore what you thought was permanently lost. I can redirect your life through one moment you never expected. But I need you to remain ready. Keep praying. Keep preparing. Keep doing what you can with what you have. Do not sit still waiting for everything to become perfect before you move. Noah built before he saw the rain. The seed is planted before the harvest appears. Preparation often comes before manifestation. So if you have been asking, when will my door open? Hear this. Prepare yourself as though the answer is closer than you think. Get your heart ready. Get your mind ready. Get your life ready. Because when the door finally opens, you do not want fear to make you hesitate. You do not want doubt to make you walk away. You do not want the pain of your past to make you reject the opportunity of your future. And perhaps the most important thing I want you to remember is this. Not every closed door was punishment. Some were protection. Not every delay was rejection. Some were preparation. Not every loss was the end. Some losses created room. And not every unanswered prayer is forgotten. Some answers are still unfolding. So lift your eyes again. You have spent enough time staring at what closed. Start looking for what is opening. Start looking for the unexpected opportunity. Start looking for the new direction. Start looking for the peace that tells you to move forward. The door is opening, and when it does, you may finally understand why God did not let you enter the doors you begged Him to open before. What you thought was a setback may have been a setup. What you thought was a dead end may have been a redirection. And what you thought was the end may actually have been the beginning of your next chapter. So do not give up now. Do not go back just because moving forward feels unfamiliar. Trust God with the door you cannot see yet, and be faithful with the step that is in front of you today. Because what was blocked is moving again. What was delayed is not necessarily denied, and the door you've been praying for may be closer than you realize.